Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, March the 31st. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Right now the time is 11:08 a.m. For some of you guys may see that I had posted a few videos for this morning, and so I'm just continuing on with whatever rest of videos that I can post. So let's jump into it and see what you might need to know for today. All right, I am using the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. Now, a lot of my decks I usually get from Amazon because it's easier to just get it online and then have it delivered to me. But I don't really know a lot of locations in my area that have, tarot decks and things like the way that I can see it on Amazon, and how many variety of list, there's so many different ones, right? So anyways, let's see what you guys might need to know. So Spirit, Universe, Guides, Source, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What is it that they need to know at this time, please and thank you? What clarity can you also give the collective at this time for some of them that need, clarity and understanding during this situation or whatever situation they're dealing with at this time? What messages do you have for the collective that they could be dealing with at this time? What clarity and understanding can you give them at this time? What do they need to know? So, for some of you guys, when it comes to 12th house energy, okay, 12th house, talks about solitude. It talks about subconscious thoughts. It talks about healing, spirituality, things of that matter, okay? Past life energy and dreams can also be very significant too. But there is something about introspection, either going into introspection or having introspection. Now, for some of you, this could be having introspection in a sense of you are somebody who's able to either go within, okay, when it comes to situations that you've dealt with, or going in within yourself when it comes to basically seeing situations from a different point of view, but also having an understanding that whatever situations you've gone through, as much as it may suck, as much as you don't want to go through those things, you still learn something from that. There's still a lesson to be learned from those things. Okay, so change is very significant with the number 50. There's also something about being in alignment, okay, with your chakras. This could be your, throat chakra. This could be your third eye. This could be your sacral. This could be, your solar plexus. Whatever this is, it's talking about you being in alignment within yourself or just within the energy itself when it comes to basically following your inner knowing or just following your intuition or, basically anything that you're receiving, if this is like downloads or synchronicities or things that are supposed to help you basically throughout your path, right? So yeah, guys, let me continue on from that. I just had to pause the video for a quick second. So 12th house energy is very significant, okay, with the number 50. Now, fives could also be significant for some of you as well when it comes to change. There could be a change in the way that you maybe look at life, okay, how you view the world, how you see things. And the problem is that you may look at life differently, but you may also not be able to resonate with people who don't see or view life the way that you do. So take confirmation with that as well if that resonates. But yeah. So there's something about messages. You guys could be receiving messages at this time with the number 20. Now, this is about communication, right? You could be receiving communication with the number 20. This talks about the mirror. This is the archetype, right? So with the number 5, the archetype would be the traveler, the transformer, explorer, the liberator, right? With the number 20, or if you want to look at it like the number 2, but really it's number 20, right? This is about being the mirror, the reflection of source, and the harmonizer. So when it comes to divine timing, and even when it comes to emotional acceptance, there are a lot of things that you've mirrored a lot of people, or there's a lot of things that you guys have gone through reflection when it comes to your relationships. And even when it comes to your relationships, it's almost like having an understanding of what it is you will and will not tolerate when it comes to the bonds that you have. Even with this number as well, okay, like 5 and 2 equals 7. So even the number 70 could be very significant, right? But even then, this is talking about you having introspection, receiving downloads or messages. This could be text messages, emails, things like that. But there's something about communication. Okay, so take what resonates with that as well. Snakes could also be very significant when it comes to like you transmuting energy. So you could be transmuting the energy at this time for some of you guys in the collective, okay? So Juno wanted to show up, okay? So Juno is a asteroid, okay, for those who, you know, don't know this, okay? But there is something about partnerships. Now, when it comes to Juno energy and partnerships, Libra and Scorpio energy is very significant. And funny enough, we are moving into Libra and Scorpio full moon, okay, with the number 31 showing up here. Now, you guys could resonate with the number 31 or the number 13, but if you look at it as the number 13, this talks about harmony through growth. This is also about learning throughout duality. So for some of you guys with Juno energy, this is also talking about the planet Venus when it comes to love, right? There's something about you receiving some type of introspection or communication when it comes to a partnership. Now, this could be either Libra, Scorpio placements, or this could be just because of the full moon that is coming up in this cycle. Okay, this could talk about, for some of you, this is about partnerships. This is about commitment, loyalty, balance. Marriage is significant, and also loyalty. Okay, so there's something about stability with the number 1 and 3. 1 and 3 equals 4. There's something about stability that could be very significant. Okay, you guys are grounded, and that could be significant too. When it comes to stability, there could be something where you are very grounded, and there could be a partnership that maybe you are feeling maybe like you're a third party in, right? Like even if it's not a third party situation, you could feel like a third party in that situation, because there could be something when it comes to a partnership, whether this is you or somebody else in your energy. Like say you are, I don't know, for example, like say you're a child, right? And these are your parents. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to partnership and being like in a third party. There's something about you receiving a message when it comes to partnership. Either you guys could be moving into something new that's stable, or you guys are building something that's stable, whether this is with you and the divine, or you and someone else, or you're in a situation dealing with someone else who is in a partnership. Okay, birds are significant too when it comes to messages as well, communication. So take what resonates with that. That could be also clarity for some of you as well watching or, you know, receiving this video. Yeah, Mars. Okay, motion. There's something about you when it comes to action, Mars energy. So there's something about you taking action when it comes to, like I said, communication. This could be a partnership for some of you. Now, for some of you, this could be business. This could be, you know, it could be anything, right? It could be business partnerships. It could be, you know, family. Okay, it could be friends. Okay, it could be anything like that, right? When we talk about partnerships, this could be also contracts as well. So some of you guys, when it comes to close, you know, partnerships, whether romantic, business, etc., there's something about either you are showing up as taking action when it comes to a partnership, or you are moving away from somebody who is in a partnership. So like if this is a child and, you know, family dynamic, you could be the younger person or the child, or, you know, the person in that dynamic, removing yourself from that so that whoever this person is, they can heal and deal with whatever they need to deal with. Even when it comes to partnerships like business, like I said, family, etc., you guys are moving away from, you know, certain things that you've had introspection about. It's almost like you received clarity, you have introspection about it, and now you're moving forward because you maybe see certain things that only you and you partnering up with the universe, only you and the universe will see. So with the number 22 as well, with 31 and 22, 4 and 4. Like I said, fours are very significant. Stability is significant. Even with fourth house, this is about, you know, family matters or domestic matters or things when it comes to your parents or your guardians, right? But something to do with that when it comes to feminine energy. This could be a mother wound, okay, or this could be something about feminine energy in your family, or partnerships that you have with feminine energy could also be significant. But you guys are taking action, okay? If this is you creating your own partnerships with the universe and source, that's one thing. But this could also be in connections with other people as well, you know, taking action and going in motion with the decisions that you guys are making at this time. So like I said, when it comes to introspection, there's something that you guys are seeing. Like, again, 12th house talks about, you know, hidden things, okay? So there's certain things that are hidden that you are seeing when it comes to past life energy, old age maybe, or even when it comes to like your dreams, okay? Spirituality is very significant though. Some of you guys have a connection with the universe when it comes to spirituality. So there's something about inner knowing as well, and listening to that inner knowing and not second guessing what your inner knowing is trying to tell you. Also, angel number 1111 is significant as well. Yep, authority. Okay, there's something about you taking authority when it comes to your partnerships, okay? 10th house, right? Taking authority in your life, whether this is your career, success. Okay, 12. 4 and 8 equals 12. Okay, so 12 is very significant. Okay, there's something that you guys are completing when it comes to cycle, stepping into your authority. Now, for some of you, this could be about success, your career, things like that, okay? Even when it comes to being able to take adventures and move forward, Sagittarius energy, you know, taking a leap of faith, philosophies, things like that. There could be a certain placement in your chart that is in your 10th house, and that could be something that you guys are needing to step into authority with, okay, when it comes to that. So something to do with your 10th house. This is about career, okay? Some of you guys are focusing on your career. Like I said, source is significant. So being connected to source when it comes to your authority, listening to your authority when it comes to source with the number 12, 12th house, okay, sun energy. So there's something about shining light when it comes to, you know, hidden things. Okay, yeah, 4th house, home. Something to do with matters of the home. Okay, so with the number 42 here, this talks about the number 6. Okay, 4th house is significant when it comes to, like I said, family. So family, parents, roots, things like that. You guys could be releasing a partnership when it comes to matters of the home, and you guys could be focusing on yourself. Okay, moon energy is also significant. There's also something with the number 6 when it comes to love, family, and nurturing. You are stepping into heart-centered, you know, relationships or leadership when it comes to authority. So even when it comes to like your love, you may be detached, but the reason why you're detached is because you're finally shining light on yourself. Home meaning on yourself. Even when it comes to matters of the home, you could have shined light on certain things that a lot of people were trying to sweep under the rug, or trying, you know, trying to pretend like it doesn't exist or it never happened. Okay, with the number 11, okay, this is about collaborate. So Aquarius energy is significant. You could be collaborating with different people when it comes to home energy, right? So even when it comes to matters of the home, 4th house talks about family, parents, things like that. And also when it comes to, you know, source, shining light on certain things, you could be collaborating with somebody else when it comes to building your own family or creating a family base. Okay, 11 talks about intuition, okay, and this could be about groups, friendships, okay, social awareness and things like that, okay? So yeah, there's something about the climate that is significant, like the climate that is happening right now. Climate change is also significant, but also when it comes to the climate of the transits that are happening in your authority, there's something about you collaborating, or there's something about you going through a transit that's going to allow you to collaborate and step into your authoritative, you know, energy with the number 55, which talks about change. Okay, we also have Virgo energy that talks about digest. Okay, with the number 6, 6th house talks about wellness, okay, fitness and your daily routines. Some of you guys are eating healthy as well when it comes to what you eat. Wheat could be very significant, like wheat, whole wheat, oats, granola, things like that. Even when it comes to digesting, there's something about you finally having to digest a situation that could have happened when it comes to matters of the home. Okay, so 6 could be very significant. There's something about you collaborating with yourself, okay, and going through this transit and digesting whatever it is that you went through, you know, in the past, whatever has already transpired. So take what resonates with that. I'm going to see if I can get maybe one more card. And there's a lot of things that you may do, or a lot of things that you may say that may be hard to digest. But then once somebody maybe, you know, goes within a little bit more when it comes to introspection, right, they start to see the truth for what it is, right? So take what resonates with that as well. I'm going to get one more card and see. Yeah, so shine. Okay, there's something about Leo energy, you shining with the number 5, okay? 5th house, this talks about you creating something new. This could be a hobby, an interest, or just, you know, in general, right? For some of you, this is about, you know, having joy when it comes to self-expression and taking a gamble in life. But even if you are taking a gamble in life, you're still benefiting from that. Okay, so take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation for some of you. At the bottom of the deck, we have entrance. Okay, so this is you, you know, ascending, or even your ascendant sign when it comes to Pisces, or, you know, Leo, okay, Virgo, those kind of things. Maybe you have certain rising signs that could, you know, resonate with you. Even Libra and Scorpio rising could be very significant, even if it doesn't resonate with the message itself. There's something about you going through some type of ascension, or your rising sign is very significant for some of you, okay, with the number 35 here. So take where resonates. This could be you stepping into your power as well with the number 8. And also 8th house talks about death and transformations. So there's something about you releasing something so that you can shine, or so that you can shine light on, you know, certain situations and things like that. But there is something about you being a light. Okay, lighthouses could be significant, and also being able to, you know, open people's eyes when it comes to the dynamics that we go on or deal with, especially with this climate that is happening right now. So, you know, some of these messages could resonate in your personal life. Some of them could be reading between the lines as well when it comes to what we're dealing with, and so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, take what resonates, guys. I will see you guys in the next video or message. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support. And you guys can check out my website if you guys are interested in booking a reading or checking out my blog. It is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys, love you guys so much, and have a wonderful Tuesday. All right, bye.